again at the airshow. What's that? Yeah, right.
Excuse me, is right across the
Still live stream on sitting down.
Hey, yeah. How you going? Awesome.
Yeah, there's some more skydiving people there, guys.
What do you rate this airshow out of 10, Tony?
10 only, yeah.
Really? Yeah. It's still 4 hours. Wait, what time does it finish?
4.
4. Okay. So it's 3 hours to go still.
So it looks like I'll be streaming for another. I might stream for like a couple hours, yeah.
2 hours.
2 hours, yeah.
What's name's oh bloody. I was gonna say. What time are you getting home? Were you getting picked up straight away as the airshow finishes? Or?
At Mac, yeah.
Hey?
At Mac, yeah.
Yeah. Well, and then are you driving home?
Yeah.
Will you be on Xbox?
Yeah, I'll be there. Support workers, gonna help get picked up again.
Yeah, definitely. Is your mum running? Put my jump on.
I'm into land now.
Savings bank.
Testing, 1, 2. Alright, looks like we're back online. Thank you, Ian. Apologies for that, folks. We just had a minor little technical gremlin with our PA system. We're now back on the air, so you're going to have to put us for the rest of the show. Yeah, now, we believe we have a lost child. Just bear with us for the details. Okay, 2-year-old Lucas. 2-year-old Lucas.
Hello.
A lost child.
Hello.
If you have a child, 2 years old by the name of Lucas and is not with you at the moment, head to the VIP area. The VIP area is the building next to the hangar, just past the Red Bull tent. We have 2-year-old Lucas over at the VIP area, which is next to the hangar, just past the Red Bull tent, just behind your Flying Doctor, Royal Flying Doctor display. Alrighty, now that we've got all the systems working again, we're all back to it. G'day Angela, and we also have a special guest joining us up here.
Oh, we absolutely do here. We have, yes, it's Angela back again with that terrible croaky voice I've had up drink, so hopefully I'll survive. But I have the wonderful Katrina Roundtree with me here today, ladies and gentlemen. Give us a big wave for Katrina. How exciting is this? Katrina just won Alicia, who is 17, and she did that display in the Citabria. Can you give us a quick roundup of your license experience? What have you got?
Absolutely. So I know some of you may know my name from Getaway. So I've been travelling the world with Getaway on Channel 9 for 101 years. So obviously I have a love of travelling and flying. Some of you might have seen me actually filming in this area from my new show, Country House Hunters. And I have a friend here in Adelaide who has actually joined me here, Alan Irving, and he flies at Oscar. Alan's in his 80s. And Alan is a local vet, and he said, I always encourage the women that I work with to get into flying. And I looked at him and I said, well, I know they're working. Are they mums? Are they good at maths? And he said, what are you talking about? And I thought you had to be good at maths to learn how to fly. And I thought that for me, even working as a mum, it would be impossible. So Alan introduced me to the idea. And then lo and behold, I have another friend here in the control tower called Joe Seppel from Jamestown. And he asked if he could stay with me for the Avalon Air Show. And I said, only if you teach me how to fly. Well, lo and behold, ladies and gentlemen, I am now a pilot. Can you believe that? So I was unaware, RAO are trying to encourage as many women to get into aviation as possible. Because, guys, if we don't look after our local airfields, property developers will take them over. So these are a lot of airfields are in beautiful locations. And they're in very desirable spots, so we've got to support them. And so for me, I went to Redcliffe, just outside of Redcliffe to learn how to fly. So I've got my recreational pilot's license there. I'm now up to doing my NAV. And honestly, if I could do it, anyone could do it.
And how long did it take you to stop smiling after your first solo?
I'm still smiling. I'm still incredulous. I still cannot believe that I'm even being asked to come here to an air show to have this conversation with you. I really cannot believe that. It's a bit of a full circle moment to have my friend George here, to have my friend Alan here, and to be having this chat.
Well, all I can say, Katrina, is welcome to the aviation family, because we are a really big family here. We are an industry that is united in so many ways just by their love and the passion for being up there in the sky and being free. Thank you so much for joining us here. And Paul Bennett's just about to start, so we're going to hand over the reins again back to the board.
Thank you so much, guys. Thank you for coming to the Aldinga Air Show. And I would encourage every woman that's listening now, sign up, get involved, and to everybody, support your local airfield, get yourself up to
We finish at 4 p.m.
Big round of applause for Katrina Roundtree, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls.
Thank you, Angela. Thank you, Katrina. Always a pleasure to have you here, and thank you for coming. And just one last question for you, Katrina. Have you been to an aerodrome that you really like?
Yes. My favourite aerodrome is if you go to Broken Hill. I think it's one of the best airports in Australia. You land and you have floor-to-ceiling pro-cart murals that are invaluable, and then you can pop next door to the Royal Flying Doctor. Love it.
Excellent. Oh, thank you, Katrina, and we'll see you throughout the course of the air show.
Absolutely.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back with you here at the Aldinga Air Show 2024.
Paul Bennett now coming up. Paul Bennett again.
Is going to be getting back up here again in the
Who do you like better? Paul Bennett or Matt Hall?
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen, Paul Bennett.
Here he comes.
Take-off manoeuvre, where he hangs the aircraft on the prop and basically runs it all the way down the runway. He's ready any moment.
That was Paul Bennett, once again taken off for another display.
So pulling up into the vertical, back towards us. Folks, we're going to see an amazing display of aerobatics here in the Warbird Pro, one of only 2 aircraft in the world of this type. This was actually the first one. The second one, Sean D. Tucker was flying it for some time in the USA. It is now hanging in the Smithsonian. So the stablemates of this aircraft is in the Smithsonian, and Paul is flying only one of its kind left in the air. As previously noted, 400 horsepower, 450 kilos, very high power to weight
There's another
ratio.
plane spotted here, and this quality
Ounce of that to have a lot of fun.
sorry for the quality, if it's a bit poor.
Doing his up into his torque roll.
It's very high arm.
Climbing for height to get started. Smoke is on. Here he comes. Pulling it back and up. It's going to come down
Plane spotted
spiral
here,
form.
unfortunately. Plane spotters.
There we go.
Got the best quality.
1, 2, 3. How many are you going to do, folks? Spiraling down, stay left. And let's see the aerobatics for the 4-minute air show. Folks, Paul's doing things that no one really should be allowed to do in aircraft. I've been doing commentary with Paul at 4-minute air shows for some time, and it's always fascinating to watch this man fly this aircraft. Snap rolls on the downline. Once again, ratcheted it into the aircraft. Swished into his seat, pulling G's at the bottom there. And now on these snap rolls, the aircraft's trying to throw them out. It's now hanging inverted. Pushing through a very, very tiny double loop. Basically a pushover twice. Inverted pass. Pull up into the vertical. Watch the pitch there. That, and it looks like he's getting ready to torque roll. No, that's not it. Tumbling off the top. The roof here does make it.
That's so close.
Helping to bring back aviation to Australia, hanging on the prop and push over and down. The ability to do that is just purely due to the engine and the population.
Who's that talking?
Paul Bennett.
Is that him?
Well, thank you. That was incredible. You were actually hearing Paul from the cockpit telling us what he was feeling and experiencing there. And those pulls, you can hear him really straining there to keep chatting with us. Giving you an idea of just what he's doing, the G's he's feeling, as he's making them happen. Push there, the aircraft is trying to throw them out onto the ground. That's when you start to get red blotches in your eyes because of the blood being pushed into your brain. Paul is one of the very few pilots in Australia to do the triple ribbon cut. 3 ribbons suspended 16 feet above the ground. He was actually the first and only Australian pilot to do this. 3 ribbons suspended 16 feet above the ground, about 300 feet apart. Just one pass, he had to cut the first with his left wing, second with his right wing, and the third while inverted. He did the cut on the 1st of October 2008, which was part of the airshow. How many other pilots in the world have ever done this? Paul was the 2008 Australian Advanced Champion, the 2009 Australian Unlimited Champion. He's flown at thousands of events around the world, in front of millions of airshow fans. As has been mentioned previously, lots of practice to make these shows happen. Incredible sound of this like having it pushed to the maximum. Paul stopped well over 8,000 hours of flight time, which includes over 150 flying mighty Trojan, a T-28 trainer. And it's a big trainer. It's like getting into your house. People were taught to fly that from scratch. That was an aircraft. He's also flying the Aviation, flying over today. And he's flying multiple Mustangs. He's flying flew Australia's only flying Hurricane at the time, and a P-40 Echo model. He says the P-40E is the nicest aircraft to fly. Really enjoyed that. It's the best Warbird. All of the team actually took the Avenger, which we'll see later, and also took that aircraft, the Avenger and the Wirraway. He took them over to Port Moresby, along with a couple of other aircraft to do air shows over there, and it was the first time the Avenger and the Wirraway had been flying in the area since World War II. They've done multiple shows in China. There you go, just using the pure power of the engine. No lifts in the wings on that one. Flying in China, flying in Korea. We've done multiple shows over in Asia before and after COVID. This aircraft has a top speed of 405 kilometers an hour. As Donald mentioned earlier, it's got 4 ailerons, one on each wing, that stand almost entirely into the wing. It's got a 386 roll rate. Yep, and here's a photo pass. All it's filling up the aircraft with smoke. And what's Donald was taking a photo, which we'll talk about a little later. But look at this, swinging on the prop, down the runway. Shadow on the ground, you can see how low he is. As I mentioned earlier in the day, Paul has done that maneuver down the grass as a motorbike flips over the top of it. Very spectacular thing to see. He did it Jamestown one year. Yeah, definitely done it in a Hunter a few times. Every time I do commentary for that show, that act, it puts my heart in my mouth. Paul's a regular at Jamestown, and when he does that act with his motorbike, they got the wall of fire. We haven't been able to do the wall of fire for a few years because of local regulations and all that, but it's definitely a spectacular sight. Plenty of photos and video on YouTube of it, of course. Yep, and it gives the local county fire brigade something to listen to. coming out to put out the cars after the wall of fire. But this is based on their big special. It uses the fixed design of the base, the wing, the cowl, the landing gear, the tail components. You know, pretty much a lot of it is all you need, and not at all like the original. But different to the standard wolf pits. This particular one uses an S1 fuselage, that's like it's not bigger size, a little bit down. Ladies and gentlemen, Paul Bennett, give him a big round of applause. And well worth checking out. We're hoping that Ange will be able to do a quick interview with him when he gets out. So once he shuts down the engine, we'll be able to hear you, especially when he takes his helmet off. And I know a few of the guys have said that the secret to surviving helmet hair is to have no hair, or keep it very cut short. Well, as the old saying goes, there's old pilots and bald pilots, and there's really old bald pilots. Well, I think we're going to see Chris Bruce soon. Yeah. He's the exception that proves the rule, right? Yeah. I've never been able to clarify his age at present. Mature. Yeah. I remember at the Centenary of Flight air show, which was back in 2003 or so, the Centenary of Australian Flight. Chris and Warren said to me they thought they were the oldest couple of fellas doing air shows in Australia with their Skyblaze later. Yeah, I think that's the next act up coming up. Yeah, that was over 10 years ago. Yeah. So fantastic to have those two gentlemen with us. I'm here at the same house as Chris Burrow at an air show many years ago. 6 a.m. in the morning, I could hear something going on in the mountains. I said, what's going on here? And I see him around the corner. He's doing push-ups. Like silly, he's just doing push-ups every morning, 6 a.m. Yeah, well, he's got it takes a lot of work to stay in shape. Oh, that's what he's doing. You go through a lot of work between gym. Absolutely. All right, now that was Paul Bennett in the coming up is the Skyblaze, Chris Bruce, Warren Stewart. I think Paul's just holding in the run-up area waiting for the guys to clear, so he's taxi in. Like I said, Ange is going to be hoping to catch him when he jumps out. Yeah, you've been to an air show in South Australia, or pretty much in some places of Australia. You've definitely seen Chris Bruce, Warren Stewart. Okay, we've just been told there's been a minor alteration to the schedule. We now have the S211 Marquetti jet, flown by Jim Wally, who we last saw flying the Boomerang. Yeah, he's got a very good collection of toys, and he definitely loves showing them off, and you know what? Good on him, because we enjoy watching him. Yeah. S211 is just less than a minute away. He'll be coming in from, I believe, the west. We'll see. Coming in from the west, shown left. Whereas he looks to the right with the Chris Bruce red supercenter going to the S11. This going past Paul Wolfpit. They both have a similar fuselage. Way over to the right. Similar fuselage. I think Steve Wolf was involved in the construction of Bruce as well. Yeah, the S111, the supercenter. Now, trying to see where the S211 Marquetti jet is. It's always an impressive display. You've been to an air show here, you have it, you're in for a treat. Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, coming in from show left, the S211 Marquetti jet flown by Jim Wally. Cameras ready. Jim has this one in a grey configuration, as opposed to the configuration, the colour scheme that was used. Many of these aircraft were flown by the Singaporeans over in WA, so their training group there. And when they finished using them, because they moved over to the DC-21, which we are flying, they put them all up for sale, and a whole lot became what we call Warbirds. Yeah, right.
This is the only jet in the air show today.
700 litres of jet fuel at full throttle, which tells us it's very efficient for that class of aircraft. It certainly is. If you compare the L39, which is the show you the L39. The S11 actually burns less.
Yeah, model's called the L39, guys. That jet you saw.
Yeah, and it's for equivalent activity. And there's also, it's got a higher wing load, so it works better in crosswind. One of the things you can do with this aircraft, the center of gravity can rise the pole. So I've actually seen this guy maneuvering these, all the brakes off across the ground, no one's in it. They'll pick up the nose and move it, almost like a shock control.
Actually, you know what? I have seen that. at the Art of Play Airshow in here.
There you go.
Now, here we go. Jim Wally in the S211. Now, of interest tonight for the many of you out there, it's a Pratt & Whitney JC15-4D turbofan. Gives you about 2,500 pounds of thrust, and that is essentially very similar to an engine of a Cessna Citation jet.
There you go, and it's, the prototype was first put in April 1981, and went into production in October 1984. So not as fast as Jim's other aircraft, if you want. I like the other thing with Jim is only about 60 of these aircraft were built in total. And this particular one was built in 85. Originally flew with the Haitian Air Force and picked up by the Republic of Singapore. There you go, the same inverted flight. But for those who saying,
Top Gun there, I think.
yeah,
I had to go there.
I sort of got a little bit of a dig in there with, and they're communicating when they were doing the mirror pass.
Diplomatic relations.
There you go. Well, this aircraft was picked up by the Republic of Singapore Air Force in 1993 as a replacement for one they'd lost during training. And it's got about 2,500 hours on it when it was purchased in 2009, at the end of 2009. And at that time, it had over 2,000 left to run before we had to do a hot a number of people are talking about this, by the time we run out of hours, that's very good connection. Yeah, we can fly on a lot of different aircraft. Got an MBA at the University of Adelaide and a physics degree from the University of New South Wales. James flies the Boomerang, the CI-19 and the Aerospatiale Gazelle, which we'll be seeing shortly. Wendy will be flying that one.
And a recent achievement, he also got the Officer of the Order of Australia.
That's right, that was King's birthday, 2023. He was in the honours list. And he's got over 1,000 hours on F-18 pilot, F-18 Hornets, and was the RAF's Hornet display pilot at the Aircraft Research and Development Unit.
All right, coming in from Australia, right, Jim Wally in the S211 doing what looks like to be a high-speed pass.
I thought they would all be high-speed passes so far. Yeah, well, they are. They managed to get one into the back of one of these. As I said, I was over in Rome at a meeting over there, a meeting with the government, airport providers, and stuff like that. The S211, designed by Australians, flying by young swim Italians, last flown by young swim Singaporeans, like that bus in the back cockpit, still works. That is a tribute to design.
Now, that was Jim Wally in the S211 Marquetti jet. Ladies and gentlemen, if you want to give him a big round of applause.
We'll relay.
Yep. Now, we've got Warren Stewart taking off. And they will be our next pack. Sideways, followed by Chris Blue, super of course. And while they're taking off, we are going to go to Angela, who is with Tom Bennett, somewhere on the planet over there.
Am I on, guys?
You are on.
Nice. Yeah, they're so beautiful. Days and days.
It's been a great crowd. And what's your favourite manoeuvre up there? You've been down for a little while now, so smile tough starting to what comes. So like, what's your favourite move?
Probably the short roll or the forward flip or the double hammerhead. One of the double hammerheads you can go first, but everything else is pretty good, so yeah, pretty fine.
Awesome. And if anybody wants your autograph, Paul, where should I send them?
I'll come and see you in the car or the other on that catch up.
Fabulous. Thank you so much, Paul Bennett. Paul Bennett Airshow. Yay. Back to you, Mike.
Thank you, Angela. Thank you, Paul. And that was a very good display, Paul. So we'll catch up later.
Yeah, and one of the double hammerheads didn't quite work. Yeah, right.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we have sideways for Aerobatic champions of the two particular aircraft, and which side is Warren Stewart.
And Warren was telling me the other day that when he's doing those rolls around, instead of like around and around
An hour and a half you're recording for. How long have you recorded for so far?
32.
the other fun part about this is there's that chainsaw going around. The other fun part about this is Warren used to work assembling all these aircraft in our quarters. So he was working assembling these Barons, Bonanzas, and this aircraft which is sitting here. And it wasn't just this aircraft type. Warren actually built this particular aircraft, put it together when it was imported. Way back, he was working with
As a factory worker.
yeah, I think it was
Talking to have
yeah, exactly. And he built the aircraft, never knowing that one day he would actually. Right now, and of course, the Debonair and the tank and the rest of oh, yes, so which pilot has it? Roll it over. Really nice. Doing aerobatic, he said a good set of possible negatives just want to get the lenses out of his face. I was thinking, goes to place. Yep. Looks like Warren's headed off and also had a chance to fly a Warbird. Yeah. He said that was the best aircraft he's ever flown, and he wanted to create it just a little bit. He was going very, very fast.
Now that's been mentioned as well. Just great. These are up September now. But that obviously is not in traffic flying. He also says that he learned aerobatic himself. Now, they're both sort of fascinating. One of the guys who said that, if you do want to learn aerobatics, there's plenty of flying schools, Adelaide flight training, Spark flight training, two of our great sponsors here today. They operate aerobatic schools. So, you want to learn how to fly a plane properly? Yeah.
Yeah, I know, right? Let's go up and try it. Before that, the sky, well, you've got the sky.
got a front.
Yeah, like a 30 minutes.
Kind of a
There you go.
kind of a shooting, what they call it.
And you have to build up your pilot fatigue. You can't just go out and do the pilot fatigue. You have to go out and use yourself slow enough to do the HQ maneuvers with a friend and an extra. And when with another friend, then you have to do 52. And he threw us all over the sky, but we didn't do anything more than about 500 feet. So when we actually got the extra, I was ready for it. I was up. And even people like Chris, Paul, Matt, Emma, if they haven't flying for a while, they will go out, especially guys in the States, where they're not flight. So they will actually go out and spend a little bit of time working their way up to get aerobatic until they're ready to do it. Because they get sick.
Oh, absolutely.
They haven't done it for a while.
They don't wear a jeans.
No.
Alrighty, so we just had Lawrence Cook just landed in Debonair, so taxi back to the maneuvering area. Now, ladies and gentlemen, you were told this morning, what is pretty much going to give us a flying review?
Reaching is velocity in the air.
His briefing is, what do they call it, observability.
Yeah, and it's SB4 day. But there comes a time in a pilot life where you're unable to hold a pilot command rate, you're not allowed to fly on your own. And I've known people in their 90s still flying, but they always have a safety pilot on board, never flying a single seat. They always have another pilot who can take over. And he's like, I think it's about 96, and he's still flying.
Oh yeah,
He was in the front seat of a gas flying, but he had a buddy in the back who was much younger than him, only about 60, and ready to take over if anything went wrong.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, Chris Baru in the Super Seeker, and previously was Warren Stewart in the Debonair.
It looks like we've got Matt Henderson getting ready to warm up the medium Avenger. This is a really big blue one, American World War II markings and a yellow nose.
It's our second last aircraft, really, for the PA site.
For this show, yeah. The only time I've seen about the same size is had a AH2F air tractor turbine on the float.
Yeah, and they're a big air tractor. So anyone doesn't know what an air tractor is, it's like a big yellow crop dusting plane, a fire box plane.
Yeah. Oh, there you go, red. Yep.
They're red now, yep. They've got the same engine, the PC6 Pratt Whitney, and the same as yeah, maybe. The same engine used on the PC-12 Royal Flying Doctor service aircraft. So, alright, ladies and gentlemen, please give a big round of applause. Warren Stewart, Chris Baru. For the sky, mate.
Okay, so we've got Matt taxiing back in the Avenger, and I can say I've had 2 flights in the Avenger, and I'll talk about one of them both once he's up in the air.
Fancy, fancy, nice.
Angela, you're...
I am. I'm here. I'm older or more mature than I was a little while ago, but now I'm going to speak to a couple of young people in the audience. Would you like to come forward, Annabelle and Edward? Are you thinking of the airshow so far? What's the best thing about it? Using your outside voice, can you tell me what's your favourite airshow today? Oh, the aerobatic lesson, absolutely everything. Now, Annabelle, are you going to be a pilot when you grow up? Yes. What sort of pilot? A normal plane pilot. What about you, Edward? Normal one. Not an aerobatic pilot like these guys up here? Not yet? Okay. Well, are you having lunch time yet, though? Wonderful. Handing back to you guys.
Thanks, Angela. That was awesome. Great to have the next generation coming along already. It is going to get very noisy here, folks. Basically, that Avenger puts out 1,950 horsepower of engine performance. You'll know it.
No, it's
Alright. 1950 horsepower package.
Alright, now, ladies and gentlemen, you want to get your cameras ready, preferably video?
This aircraft has about 1,900 horsepower approximately.
So warming it up, making sure all
One
the temperatures
about to take off.
Takes a little while with these lovely old radial engines. Almost said rotary, that's what I drive.
Flown by Matt Henderson, who comes from Pokeball. They have him with White Carrot and a AB Aberdeen, a small aerodrome. If you ever find yourself there, from the New South Wales Victoria border, definitely pay them a visit.
Well, we'll actually fly up from Moorabbin and some of the crew fly in from various other ports just to go and be at the cafe that they have at the museum. The Toast Cafe, known as the Drone.
All right, here we go.
Here we go. Have a listen to
Here
this,
we
folks.
go.
Now, if it sounds good from out here, you should hear it when you're inside. I did a nice long, like 3/4 of an hour flight down in the back of this thing and had a lot of fun. And some years ago. But the most recent flight I had was going to Maitland. Fortunately, only about 10 or 15 minutes long. I say fortunately because I didn't have a headset on. So if it sounded good from here, imagine what it sounds like inside without a headset. By the time I got there, my ears weren't ringing. They felt like they'd been driven halfway down my spine.
You might have industrial hearing loss after that.
Sorry, what? Yeah. But it's also very difficult to get into. Not so much the seat down the bottom. It's like you've got to actually there's a couple of footholds and you've got to get up there. And every time I fly in the Wirraway or fly in the Avenger, I'm reminded, Grant, lose weight, get flexible. What's your thoughts on this aircraft?
Well, it was the largest aircraft on the war.
Operator on carriers.
It's operated on carriers. It was used by a lot of airports. There's the arrow on the tail is from the USS Hill, which was there's a nice top-side passenger. The arrow on the tail is the pilot.
Way up this way. Well, you can. Well, yeah, that was basically because when you came back towards the town, you had 3 or 4 aircraft carriers working. And which aircraft carrier was yours? Or were you looking for the market?
Yeah. And Dr. Hill was a very, very experienced carrier. Many of the big but this actual aircraft was
post-war, a lot of these were used for firebombing. Some were even used for spraying and dropping aerial agricultural products. They're flown beautifully by man. Pilot has his own O1 Birdshot, one of their 2-seater tandem Cessna, used in Vietnam for forward air control. He has a wind shield, a number of other aircraft, in addition, of course, it's not all his aircraft at the museum, when you go to the visiting shed. But yes, he also flies the Wirraway. I was in the back of the Wirraway going from Maitland to Scone one time, and Matt was having fun flying that. He's a very good pilot, and a really good guy too. Man, he likes craft gears. Yeah, so he and I have fun on the current craft.
warm and good.
All bays open.
Now, this is the right 14 cylinders.
There's a couple of famous people that we might all know who have either flown or flown in.
Yes, I do. Yes.
So who?
George Bush Sr. was a young naval aviator. Joined the war. He was 19 when he got his wings. And he was shot down and earned himself a PhD.
During a raid on Chichijima.
He flew. Paul Newman wanted to be a pilot, but he couldn't.
Yep.
So he ended up becoming a man. But he was trying to be a pilot.
Well, as it comes past, have a look at the top canopy. Talk a bit more about it. You had a tower at the front, then you had a radio operator, navigator partway down, and at the very end of the turret there was a gunner. There's a ball in there. Down below, at the back, behind the bomb there was another position, and that had a gun facing out the back as well.
When the Royal Navy first got these, they call them the Tarpons. Silly name, but they eventually
which was given to us the day it was rolled out, to be rolled out in public.
early 77.
So imagine a whole squadron of these coming in, got their torpedoes in the ship.
That's a beautiful
He's thinking the whole thing was about 3G. We don't fly these aircraft at max. Like you've seen during the war, we've been flying at over 5 tons or what weight off an aircraft carrier with Z, very bigger. But they generally operate at around 2 or 3 tons. So just for the fuel load, that's about it.
That's right. In the early days, in the early 60s, when I started on one of 2 Spitfires that were still flying were not allowed to go in Berlin. They were not allowed to do aerobatic maneuvers, and then as more were restored,
They relaxed the tail. Sort of lovely. Just see one of the landing gears. Yeah, once you go over 3G. This particular one has, like Jenny, was used as a fireball and was restored up in Queensland.
it was myself, Peter.
Yep. Yep. So, just having a look if I have any statistics on this one. Yeah, this is all combat in World War III. Became a firebomber and was restored by Mike Long at Air Gold Coast.
And still owned it for a long
There you
time.
go. Yeah, he got it after Mike restored it. And it started flying again in
Yeah, you can see
2005.
the one there on the carriage legging.
Just slightly down.
I've seen that happen before.
And it's something that happens on these aircraft. And if the pilot's got time while he's maneuvering, I spoke to Matt about it. He said, yeah, he's busy looking at the hills, looking at the don't overfly areas, and making sure the aircraft's flying properly. If it does fall down, it won't get in the way of the flying or of the messages coming out there. One of the other interesting things about this aircraft is it's designed to be able to fly at and open the bomb bays without having to slow down. Many aircraft have to slow down to a maneuvering speed to open the bomb bays. This coming at full power, you open it up, and now he's putting the gear down properly for a real landing. But,
Yes, it works.
yeah, everything's fine. He'll have 3 grand. Or 2 of this game, tail wheels always down it.
Oh, it's not retractable.
No, it doesn't. I think it does retract it. Well,
I didn't look.
too busy enjoying it. But the first time I flew in this, we had a skydiver, a young lady. She was in the back seat. So Jimmy Dugan was flying, and there's a panel that looks into the bomb bay, so you just open the bomb bay door, so she could see everything right in front of her. And we were about 500 feet up, doing rather fast flight. And having a lot of fun. During the flight, she actually got into the turret in the back. I've seen people struggle to get into the turret while flying, and she was in there waving at us, totally happy. So, yeah. Even my son, when he was about 12, took one look and went, yeah, I'm not getting that. That's lining up now to bring it in.
Paul Newman did.
Yeah, I know.
Alright, guys, on
that was
screen.
back in the war. Young, slim.
This, it'll be landing now.
Back when you're 19 to 21 and you're invincible, right? I know what I was getting up to at 19 to 21 when I was without even a war. And here we go, looking to the left. Now imagine trying to do this onto the wooden deck of a World War II carrier that's bouncing up and down in the swells and rolling from side to side at night. Brave a bunch of people than I've ever been.
There's a bit of a bounce like landing.
Lovely landing. Not quite 5 mountains, but in the crosswind that we've got.
Yeah, it is. Too much of a crosswind.
strong. Yeah. And you're also trying to look after these aircraft. You want people in future generations to be able to see and enjoy. And that's a big part of it. We're not trying to show how fast they can go, how many Gs they can pull. That's for the modern aircraft. These old aircraft, we just want to get them up, because it's all very well to look at an aircraft on the ground and see it in what we call static condition and imagine it flying. But it's actually wonderful that people are keeping these old aircraft flying, and it's not cheap. It takes a lot of effort, a lot of fuel, a lot of hours to just keep it flying.
Well, that's David Lowe's philosophy. That's why we're so comfortable in having all those airworthy aircraft. Right, ladies and gentlemen, thanks Don and Brian. Now, just come along with a housekeeping update. We found a set of car keys. Car keys with a black key ring and a blue key. The only set of car keys with a black key ring and a blue key. They are at the St. John's Ambulance Test, the first aid tent that's located just near the Commentary Tower. Please head over there and identify the keys and get them back. Otherwise, you'll be coming home tonight.
Right, I just had to do a real quick check. So don't forget, of course, if all these keys remain, we're going to wind up taking and walking around the empty car park once everyone's gone and finding your car.
Yeah, and then we're going to sell your car and then give it to the local charity.
Oh, are we? I thought we were going to take it to the bank. Oh, right. Okay, sorry. I got it.
Alrighty, there goes Matt talking the wing. Okay, yeah.
Very distinctive wing fold on the initial.
Alrighty. Now we're just getting the jury. Can he handle? Oh, listen, sorry.
Yeah. Let me trestle taking off the flap. Vertical. Someone's going to give us a very sturdy display here today. Because this aircraft, the Cat 232, has actually won more world cups than almost anyone any other aircraft, except for the extra. It's right up there with the Disco H540, the X300. The X330, X2, Charlie. That type of aircraft has won more. Once again, another of the local Adelaide area folks, and we saw him flying earlier as part of the Silver Sharks.
Yep, one of our local lads, part of Silver Sharks, is from Galway.
Oh, there you go.
There you go. So just over the hill, really. So all our local lads, a good local lineup of pilots and aircraft.
Well, this aircraft that he's flying was specifically designed for competition, primarily developed for French aircraft. They have a roll rate of 240 degrees per second, but this particular aircraft is one of the later ones, and it can do a roll rate of 400 degrees per second, which means that in 1 second you've gone right round, come round a little bit more and gone what? So I can assure you, when a pilot does that to a high roll rate aircraft, you leave your brain behind. He learned to fly and RV about 1,200 hours playing pilots in most of the RV and most of it doing aerobatics. And he pretty much went straight into doing aerobatics. And somewhere around 2003, I can't remember the year, he in the Australian National won fourth with his RV6, which is pretty good. He's been to China a few times, flying Super SU-26. Doing formation arrows in aerobatics. And he's done shows around Australia, the laser and the Cat 232. This particular style of aircraft he's flying right here. And he said it's not easy to play competition in the 232, but he said it's great freestyling, which is much of what we're seeing here. Yep. Yeah, most of the guys will have that if they're serious about the areas. They'll have the series of metal that allows you to line 45, 90, and 180.
It's essentially a triangle.
Yeah.
Essentially a triangle.
Well, some of them have more than just a triangle.
Okay, yeah, that's true.
Have a look at, you'll see them on you'll see it's more than just a triangle, which triangles typically 90, 45, etc. But some of the other ones are they're almost like a weather vane on the side.
Judges in aerobatic competitions are a bit more than pedantic.
So these particular aircraft designed, like I said, they were used by the French Air Force Aerobatic team. And kind of fuselage, reinforced wind spar, those sorts of stuff. They were part of the French Air Force Aerobatic team between 1999 and 2005, and even the Royal Moroccan Air Force team had 8 of these aircraft. They'll go about 330 kilometers an hour. Top speed, but they'll generally cruise about 300 kilometers an hour. So that's really handy. Straight line, you don't have to follow the road. You're doing 300 kilometers an hour. Very respectable. Now, Don, you're our historian. You're still into these aircraft?
Yeah. Woodry was the captain at Caribbean.
Yep.
I think I've got a couple of captains at Caribbean.
Yep.
Very, very good training there. I think if you flew this thing and want to do aerobatic people are flying straight through.
Yeah, well, it doesn't like straight
No,
through.
it wouldn't. That's probably why I have naive.
This particular one was built from the year 2000, originally operated in the USA. It came to Australia in 2017. It's got the electronic, get this, AEIO. AEIO, it's all the U, right? And that's the fully aerobatic engine, which is 300 horsepower, designed to be inverted. It's got a formal gear, converted fuel, it's got fuel injection, and it's got the noise level oil, allowing it to sustain all these mad cruises.
One of which would be the Montreal.
Now we were talking about that the other day. It's a Czechoslovakian version.
Yeah, it was invented or created by a Czechoslovak pilot by the name of Laszlo. And it was mechanical. And when his mechanic was asked, what's that manoeuvre which the aircraft toppled out of control? And he said, well, it's Montreal, meaning you get a headache.
Yeah, that is the word, it's headache.
In another form of the language, Montreal means drunkenness.
It's Jesse Geary.
There you go.
I didn't know Jesse Geary could do that trick.
Czechoslovakia with his family sitting in the front cockpit. Now, if you have a look at the pictures, try and imagine a lady and 4 kids in the front cockpit.
Jesse Geary is he from Galway?
Yeah, local,
Spun
but
down
he's
into
local.
the clouds and carried on to Nuremberg, where he was promptly
Good, eh?
naturalised. They didn't want to lose an
Who's your
aerobatic.
favourite?
Yeah, funny that. And
Who
doing
else?
Warmshebag plan, standing
Bennett.
basically the stick in the front left corner and the rudder to the right, and you just tumble.
And it just drove him out of control.
How old's Jesse Geary?
There you go, pulling up into the vertical.
Probably not very old.
And not happy just to go straight up in the vertical. Look at it. Yeah, well,
I don't know what that's
vertical now, yeah, going up. Yeah, in terms of getting out of somewhere with your family, there was a South Vietnamese pilot who escaped at the end before Saigon in a bird dog, like we're talking about. The Matt has the 2-seater, front and rear, and he had his wife and all his kids on board, and they flew out and they were just about out of fuel when they
He's now
landed on the
landing.
US carrier.
Just a Jerry, he's now landing.
Did pretty good.
Aircraft overboard to make space, and that aircraft is hanging in the museum.
Very nice.
Yeah. Beautiful.
Thank you.
Linda's making it look all too easy, that.
Good landing.
And Mike, it looks like you pulled up some details on that particular gentleman, and Mike, you may be able to pronounce his name.
I'm just trying to find. I am Vietnamese by descent.
Are you gonna get like a
Quite a
hat or
famous
something?
pilot.
He was, yes.
Aldinga airshow, huh?
Oh, there you go. I just looked across.
He's still around.
Yeah, he's still alive.
He
Yeah.
makes a regular yearly visit to
Huh?
Fun and Fun in Florida.
There you go.
So,
How much longer left of your screen?
Given
29 minutes.
Top right.
Top right.
Oh, look, here we go.
This is our South
That's,
Australian
Is
police
that a
force.
citation?
Yeah,
Police.
It's a Pilatus PC-12. Now, these aircraft have become very synonymous
Oh,
in
PC-12.
South Australia. The Police Air Wing have
I thought it
this
was a
aircraft. They
citation
also
from it.
recognise
But
the
they have
aircraft
a
type
lot of
That's a,
flights on the back.
that's a police aircraft.
Royal Flying
Huh?
Doctor
That's a
Service
police aircraft.
here in
Oh, yeah.
Adelaide, also up in
They
Alice
use
Springs.
that
Extensive division
with the
use
police
aircraft as
and
well as
the
the
flying dog aircraft.
Oh,
as well.
So I normally plan to spot Adelaide Airport on Friday. See them all the time.
Yep. The Asia Pacific headquarters is based here in Adelaide, at Adelaide Airport. Very nice building, and I've been in it. It's got a great view of
Was
the
this
runway.
aircraft from Adelaide Airport?
Nonetheless, so Pilatus has proven to be a very good
Hey?
product.
And this
Sure.
particular style of aircraft has a range of about 1,600 nautical miles, which is roughly the distance from here to Queenstown in New Zealand. Useful load of 1.5 tonnes. This particular one was built in 2006 and has been operated by the South Australian Police pretty much since then, and flown by the South Australian Police Aircraft Service in Adelaide.
So it's a police
South
aircraft.
Australian Police aircraft. It had a big refurb in 2019, whereupon it got this beautiful repaint. And it's been flown by Jack Jenkins, who's late 20s, about 27 years old. He's been flying the PC-12 for the last 4 or 5 years, and he's their check and training pilot in the PC-12. Grew up watching air shows just like this one, and like those kids we heard before, got really interested in flying, and now.
And he made it a career.
Yeah.
And what an awesome career that would be flying for them as well too. Aviation, it's not just about airlines.
No.
It's about all facets of aviation we can make a living from.
Yeah, instructing people to learn to fly. Flying for police air wings.
Aerial agriculture, you know,
Yep.
the lot.
Yep.
Now, coming in from show right, once again, the South Australian Police Air Wing PC-12.
And we might just, as he comes cranking past, let's mute out for a second, have a listen to this PC-16.
Here comes the PC-12 again.
Do you like how quiet that was? Isn't that brilliant?
Oh, absolutely. They're actually a very quiet aircraft.
Yep.
Maybe not when you're on the ground and they're taxiing in, but that's okay. If you see one of them taxiing you at the airport, usually, here in South Australia anyway, it's usually for important reasons.
Well, the South Australian Police Force has a variety of aircraft types providing police services to the community, including helicopters, aircraft like this one, and even remotely piloted aircraft systems, aka drones.
Now, the Air Wing also have a Cessna Caravan, which they use for surveillance. Yes, they are watching you, guys. But if you're not doing anything naughty, then you don't do anything wrong.
Well, they're flying with infrared cameras so they can see body heat engines. You pull over in a car and you think, oh, they'll go right past, they won't see me, but your car's engine is putting off a lot of heat and they can detect that. But they're committed to technology-enabled policing and maintaining a fleet of modern safer communities throughout South Australia. And this is the transport workforce for South Australia Police and is used for a variety of tasks, including weekly runs to transport staff, prisoner transfers, major crash investigation and transport when they take the section out to have a look at what's gone on, and transportation of other South Australian Police staff to critical incidents around the state when required. And this can get you there very quickly. As Michael was saying, used by the Royal Flying Doctor Service, so able to land on dirt runways, on dirt roads even, used in the outback, It's amazing where they'll put these aircraft down. They really are like a flying ute. You've got a door at the back, they can take a huge load, 1.5 tons.
Now, for many of you, you may have seen on the news, but occasionally, actually, you know, I was at the same park.
Yep.
Myron, I've been trying to call you. Here. I've got to go back. I'm sitting.
In the Nullarbor Desert on Highway 1, where they land both aircraft like the PC-12, either of the police or the Royal Flying Doctor Service. They also land military aircraft on the highway out there as well. You imagine the Highway 1 out on the Nullarbor is just all straight, all flat, and this is to aid in any emergency services that may be needed out there, either for medical or police.
Yeah, picture.
You've got to keep training, you've got to keep practicing for it.
Yeah, okay.
And I asked him about that video, yeah, he knows that one.
Useful airways, you've been surveilled by them.
No, but I'm flying with the Royal Flying Doctor Service, not at the pace.
There you go.
But I was lucky enough to fly in the right season, PC-12 on a number of occasions. And they are very maneuverable.
Welcome to the 8 viewers joined us. Thank you.
They weren't very slow flying, but they are. They can land on a big one.
Yeah.
So they're a very useful machine. And of course, the proof of the pudding, the PC-12 has become a very, very popular aircraft throughout the world. And it's got the capability of 20 single engines. A lot of pilots prefer a single engine because the engine fails, you've only got one decision to make.
Where are you landing?
Yeah.
Wherever you're going. That's the old joke. If it's night time and your engine fails and you can't see, put the landing light on. If you don't like what you see, turn it off. That's where you're going to land anyhow. But of interest in this particular operation, South Australian Police, the people flying all their aircraft are not sworn officers. They are they're employed by Aviation, a Western Australian company. They're based out of Kununurra, and they provide 20%
You know, the wheels don't stick on the runway.
Beautiful land.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Beautiful land.
Yeah, I wanted to link to that as well too. Yes, the PC-12 can land here at Aldinga. In fact, there used to be a PC-12 base here at Aldinga. So the runway is perfectly adequate. These aircraft are designed to land in such runways like this, and as you mentioned, Don, the wheels just fit on the run.
That's pretty good to be able to land it when your wheels only just fit on.
Now, am I correct? The runway out here is only just a kilometre.
I guess.
You guess? It's in our manual somewhere, which we haven't actually looked at, but anyhow, well, we're not flying the plane.
I didn't memorise the link because I'm just up here talking about it.
No, neither.
Your mum got you a
But as they say, if you've got a kilometre of road, you can take your car 1 kilometre. If you've got a kilometre of runway, you can bring all sorts of aircraft in and use them to go to all sorts of places. Always important to remember now. We'd like to thank South Australian Police for bringing this aircraft through and showing it off for us. As I said, you don't have to be a sworn police officer to be one of the pilots here. If you want to fly these aircraft, you get out there, you get up your hours,
There's a fuel truck there.
over to the turbine, and if you choose to meet the minimum requirements, yeah, well, let's get out there and fly.
20 more minutes, it's not going to end in the
Now,
world.
instead of ascertain if this aircraft actually stick around or they're going to start up.
Well, they were here overnight. At one point they were on the ground, or was that the, that might be the King Air.
Okay, we've just been advised by our Air Boss George, the police air wing plane will actually start up again. Then just backtrack at the runway, we land and just demonstrate the short field capability of this wonderful aircraft.
Well, that also highlights the importance of, oh, they're going past, give them a wave.
Give them a wave.
Yo, Corin, you know that
Pilot Jack Jenkins in the left-hand seat, giving you a wave. You wave back. But this,
You get that current force in.
this helps demonstrate the importance of airstrips such as this one. Okay, so
How much
think
longer
about
left
it.
of
There's
your,
something gone wrong. There's been a
20
major
more
car
minutes.
collision.
20 more minutes.
They've got to
20 more
get
minutes.
members of
Here, mate.
police here. Well, where are they going to land if they don't have the Aldinga airstrip?
Exactly, and that's just our Aldinga, any airstrip around here. You know, these aircraft are very essential for our community, both them and our friends at the Royal Flying Doctor Service. So I'm sure most people here are pro-airport,
On my way.
pro-aviation, which is great. You get the odd person that isn't. You just got to educate them, really. Just tell them that these airports don't be just for rich people planes.
Well, there was a person who moved into a rural area of Victoria and was not happy about the airport. It was in the area when they moved in. Then we had the major fires in South Australia, sorry, in Victoria rather, as opposed to your one. We were operating like fire bombers, spotters, everything was staging out of that airstrip that they weren't happy about. And lo and behold, they suddenly became a big supporter because if they hadn't had the emergency services operating from that airstrip in their backyard, they would have lost their house.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, Police Air Wing, PC-12, give away.
PC-12's now taken off. Police Air.
I thought it was just in the air.
Showing us how it's done.
Now, I've also got a radar gun here. It's about 23 kilometres over the limit. So,
Way back at the start where he first started rolling, or halfway down?
where he crossed us here. So
Oh, there you
that's,
go.
I believe that's a $300 fine and freedom of points. Take that, mate.
I wouldn't know. I haven't been fined for busting the speed limits lately.
No, you should drive here more often, right?
No, I've been very careful driving my rental car. Back home in Victoria, I'm very careful driving over there because
I'll take it.
once you go over 5k over the limit, you're fair game.
Yeah. Anyhow, we do want to thank our friends at the South Australian Police. They've very kindly come along and brought their aircraft along to demonstrate. They should have a stand somewhere around here, I believe. And it looks like they'll be heading back to Adelaide, or maybe even being parked to a job. We did an air show years ago where we had the police helicopter at our show, and after the demonstration they didn't land because they got passed to a job straight away. Now that's the time.
Pretty cool. Go over and pick up some folks and take them somewhere, huh?
Yeah. Alrighty, now we've got Chris Brewer.
The master.
The master, of course, in his super stinker.
One. If you note that he's got a skunk on the side of his aircraft, that's not just his aircraft. Ever since Betty Skelton, the lady who flew aerobatics back in the early days of Fit Special, she was in competitions and all that, she called her aircraft a little stinker. And so she had a skunk painted on the side. Remember that one? Yeah. So,
It's in the EAA museum.
I think so. But, so the first two aircraft are called Stinkers. They always had personal skunks on the side. And, yeah, Betty Skelton's the second ever Fit Special killed Little Stinker.
Now, while we're waiting for Chris to taxi and get airborne, we should have got the noise from the clock.
Alright.
Because they give us money to be able to make this event happen.
Can you read the fine print on the tag, can you?
No, well, I can try. So there we go. Our first sponsor, of course, is Flying Fuel. They've become a major sponsor for us for the aircraft fuel supply. So thank you to them. I want to also thank Wine Coast Realty, Adelaide Fuel Supply, as well as Aldinga Landscape Supply. I also want to thank Fine House as well, who one of our sponsors as well. So thanks to them for igniting some more sponsors as we get along in the program.
I'm going to drop the name of one. Oz Runways.
Oz Runways. No, we mentioned them before. We'll mention them again. I am wearing their hat and I use their product as well at work.
Hello, yeah. I use their product whenever I'm flying from hot air balloon.
If you do need to go out, just let it leave at the front or something if you're going out.
Chatted with him this morning, and I believe Martin's here as well.
Yep. They got their tent just near the Red Bull hangar. Yeah. Makes sense.
Well, funny that.
Yeah. Alrighty, so we've got Chris Brewer, super stinker. He's going to do a run up on the runway end there. A bit of housekeeping, of course. Hope you're having an awesome day here at Aldinga Air Show 2024. You know what? Here goes Chris Brewer. He's got the smoke on, But it doesn't look as if Chris is trying to have it.
Oh, were you implying that Chris is going to have it down the end then? Well, here he goes. He's going to prove you wrong, mate.
fantastic day at the air show today.
Always amazing watching this, it's nothing at all, does it? And he likes us to mention, of course, what makes that possible. Clearly in view on the top of the ring, of course, CBE Aviation Security. And he's also very much attended to the air service providers and helping out.
Sponsor a lot of aviation events and organisations here in Australia. So they're really out to help our enjoyment of aviation, really.
Oh, for sure. And we're going to see him later flying out there.
Look at those guys.
Inverted ribbon cut. When you remember the harbour is full of box jellyfish, and he thought, you know what? Rubber cable around my hand. That was safer than going to the cross.
He also had a prop.
Yes.
You can see my screen right
But he managed to, knowing his aircraft. Order of Australia medal. And you can see why. He's been flying competitions for many years today. And still showing everyone how it's done.
What's your opinion, flies?
That's my whole day.
Competition wins, dominated aerobatic comps in the 60s and 70s, and then popular competitions today. In fact, at one point, we were also back in 2019, there were as of Rio, and we had James over Arizona, starting at 24,500 feet and recovering at 2,000 feet. Right. Had the record for the most continuous aileron roll. traffic at Melbourne. And yeah, why do you do it? Yeah, because it's fun. It's fun to raise money for medical research and so on. It's disgusting, you know? So Chris is putting on an incredible display. Now this particular aircraft Chris flies was built in 2005. It's got over 300 horsepower in the horsepower engine and does over 300 degrees per second. And not just a tweak of previous design, so he actually started the aircraft with this particular type from a clean aircraft.
Another red one.
Well, it looks like Chris is getting ready to come in and land. And meanwhile, Evan McDonald's warming up and getting her ready to go. And pretty soon we're going to have Matt Hall come and join us. He's going to do something really boring. Normally he's the one throwing the aircraft around while the rest of us are talking.
Oh, is it?
Right, well we're just getting the music ready as Chris comes in. Make sure you give him a big wave. If you're over on the flight line, give him a big wave as he comes in. And when he shuts down and pops the canopy, especially give him a big cheer. If you're in the area, that'll be really lovely for him because that was an incredible display by the master. So we're just about to bring Matt on, getting all set up, and hello, Matt. Welcome to the commentary. It's an unusual position for me to be in. Yeah, I know. It's like the airfield actually looks pretty good from down here. Yeah, it's better from up there, but yeah. Oh, it's a better view upstairs all the time. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I wouldn't say I don't want to be here with you, but I know where I'd rather be. Well, everyone said that about talking to Grant. No, you got a pretty good view of the crowd that's here and all the fun stuff that's going on the land side. Well, in fact, it is actually good to stand here and have a look at the crowd because I never ever get to see the crowd. So it's actually nice to stand here and just look at how awesome it all looks out there. There's a lot of people. How many cars are out there? Lots. There's been lots coming in now.
Rise and Scramble have now.
Don't leave yet. Xena's about to wait. Come back.
Of aircraft.
Fools, they're missing out on the good stuff.
What are they thinking?
And
You
then
must have looking to me.
I'm fighting my teeth on that one now. Now, Matt, when while you were flying, Emma was telling us a few tales about your flying. And I think you're actually going to get the whole team on here. Angela's even picked up the microphone. She's joining us. Her microphone's now live. Oh my goodness. And we're bringing in Don as well. Everyone, even Mike has come to join the party. So we're just getting a group photo.
They're going to have mics on for group photo?
Apparently so. That's right, you guys keep talking. Okay, so we get to keep talking. Right, perfect. Don't even worry when they're starting to do I don't know if you ever heard Arthur when he came back and said, I shall return. He returned to Corregidor all the time. And then once kept getting the photo. And it's very familiar at the moment. But yeah, Emma was having a chat about the fitness levels required. And she said she's a real gym junkie. And I was telling her about that story you told about, getting tiny little weights with billions of reps.
Yeah, exactly. I don't impress anyone with my 1 kilo weight that I do 1,000 reps with.
Yeah, and it still hurts, but that's the impressive part. It's like, 1 kilo, 5 reps, done. No, 1 kilo, 1,000 reps, hello.
Well, here she goes. Here's Emma from the left. This is the Red Bull Extra 300L company plane. This is one of your choice flights. And here she goes.
think I've got it rolling now. Hopefully it's working in the background there. So she's just basically picking up energy. There we go, there's the music. She's just pulling up. Getting ready to hit it back down the sail line. This plane's got pretty good flight performance there, straight off the runway, and she's straight up and back down into it. And down she comes, crowd center, and her first move is going to be the torque roll. And she's pulling 8 G straight up into the vertical, and off she goes. Starts to roll. She said to the crowd, setting wings there actually with a right roll first. She goes the beautiful Red Bull sign there, smokes off, and then she comes backwards.
Got to get that sponsor sign in, right?
Yeah, exactly. She's actually falling back a bit. Here's great passing from that one for anyone that's listening.
And who's his uniform sponsor, right?
Yeah, exactly. She's not using on runway just at the moment to be where she is.
Yo, Colin, is that Matt Holt?
No, that's Matt Hall's partner.
Oh,
He's in the commentary box. Matt Hall. He's in there, over there, the dipper.
oh, yeah, I see.
So if you're rolling bird here, just convert it past right down the line. It was actually only been got her pilot's license about 7 years ago. So quite the transition for someone to go from not having a pilot's license to doing low-level aerobatic displays in the Red Bull plane there.
I think she decided this is what she wanted to do after she came for a flight with you.
Well, it's definitely and with her hometown at Rocky. And so she decided, you know what, I want to do that. She came and saw me and said, what do I have to do that? And so I gave her a list of things to do. I thought, there's no way she's going to do it. She came back 2 years later and said, I've done it, what now? And I said, I'll give you a job.
Wow.
And she was accelerating way out of the big push she just did there, into a snap roll, and then into a micro lift. But the extra, even though it's actually what I consider a big aerobatic plane.
Yeah.
She's muscling it around the corner in a micro loop, and then basically straight down towards the ground again. She's going to pick up a heap of energy out there and do a bit of race simulation. Emma's actually just been selected to fly the Aerobatic, which is coming up in about a month or so. She's flying my
Mostly on transit.
Most of them, she's got a little bit of flight in it, but the big onset rate of that plane, unless you're flying a lot, it really hurts. Whereas the extra is a bit easier to fly in that regard, but if you don't hurt yourself doing it. So here's just a nice little turn, snap around onto the y-axis there.
So it should be pulling about 8 to 10 G.
That was about a 7 G turn there. She's heading off the y-axis there, then back around in this one here. Another 7 to 8 G turn there.
Because the extra won't easily do 10 to 12, won't it?
It's limited to 10 G extra with the MXS.
Like I said to Emma, I think it's the same 8G270 and
Yeah, it really hurts.
that was intense.
Going and getting a bit of height there, a bit of energy. She's going to demonstrate your potential of this aircraft as well. So while she's on the back, she's just going to be accelerating right here and then show you some of your potential. That'll
Come on the rudder, yeah?
You can see, so if you get to about 45 degrees, right back down onto the y-axis, right out towards the hill here. There you go.
So how big was the list you gave her of things to do for 2 years to get ready?
There was a big list, and I'm surprised she came back with it. But here comes a tumble back towards the crowd here. She just good tumble this plane. She just better come in this aircraft. Right down there.
Well, I do remember talking to you at Avalon, and you were saying using the sponsors and all that while Emma did all the flying in the future.
Exactly. There's something that says to drink pina coladas while making money for you. There she goes. She's going to come back down the 45-degree line here just once again to show you the beautiful branding on this aircraft. It's an amazing looking plane, I reckon. There's only a few planes in the world that can branded like this. And she's demoing it right here. I think I'll be turn back up again here. She'll do a 3-foot roll, just slide it one way. Then she's going to kick it back the other way and tumble it again. Wow. She's picking up each smoke there. And then come back down the flight line. Got a bit of wind behind it here, so you're going to have to hurry up and get it get it into a roll with it.
In this aircraft and Daniel Ricciardo in the Red Bull car somewhere down near Shell Harbour.
Yeah, well, that was actually the NHS, believe it or not. Just because I was going so slow along the highway, I just wanted to be definitely in the high performance aircraft to do it.
Okay, that's a pretty good idea.
Yeah, exactly. Then you come back again, you can see there's quite a bit of wind up there now, so if you push it with the wind, have to push it back down towards the south centre. You get it back in the middle of everyone's got a view here, and you can show you the wings. Show you the wings. Good looking plane, isn't it? What's that there on the wings?
I think it's something about bulls.
What colour are they? There she goes, once again showing the yaw potential of the aircraft. And then she's going to, once again, cobra it. There comes the cobra.
Oh, wow.
91 minutes.
Up she goes. Those wings completely stalled here.
You're only going an hour and a half.
Just hanging on the
This is
edge.
better.
Hanging on the engine, then she's going to do an outside
Yeah,
boost.
this one I
So
have
this
to
is where she's going to be
because
about negative 4 coming around the backside here. Right up to the ground.
I said negative 2 or 3, and that was painful.
Vertical here.
That would be a lot.
For the wind there, over the top of the stall turn, back down the hill.
And really working that Lycoming engine with the Hartzell propeller, yeah?
Exactly, that Lycoming and Hartzell combination, you can't beat it.
Is that the AEIO?
AEIO 540. The good news is if we make any damage to this aircraft, UBE will sort us out with insurance.
Oh, well.
We're going to make sure she's logged her flight in the Mocha logbook.
There you go. I was wondering if you were going to get to that. Hang on, looking at the...
Although she is actually
Incredible with Emma in the Red Bull aircraft. With 300 extra.
over the top, doing a few rolls the other way back down. Here she comes back down here. She's going to show you a compass.
That thing's got about 400 horsepower.
The y-axis away from it. So driving back down, getting to the end, and then straight away.
And here on the sponsor there.
Very good there, and then off she goes to a tumble away. You can see how quickly that plane's rotating over the top there.
That's
Flying in.
Back down the hill again.
Is that
Probably
No, it's not big. It's a prop to basically think of it's like a prop throwing the plane over its shoulder like a karate throw. But she's just setting up for a bit of slow speed pass here, not too slow for it, but she's going to get the wavy pass. So she's going to drop the wing slightly. She's actually waving to get past. So if you've got slow speed,
Look at that, that's beautiful.
where he goes past the Holton watcher? As he goes past, so the guys with the big telephoto, if they can get the photo of his watch and show the time, they win.
I hope you guys on the stream are enjoying this air show at the Aldinga Airport.
Back down the hill, and that's going to break away from everyone. For another Jerry roll and
Matt Hall's partner.
home for landing.
And how do you guys keep track of the time up there?
Well, we use that brightly.
Giving you the straight lines, Matt.
This comic gets cool. Actually, I could do this for a living.
I think I could see you when you're no longer doing the air race.
Yeah, exactly. There she goes. She's going to go and take a nice wide circle here and cool the plane down. Finished on the music on cue there.
I know, right?
Nailed it.
That means you started at the right time.
It was all about me, that one.
Oh, you were well trained.
Yeah, exactly. Let's got another photo up here.
Oh, there we go.
Comic experience go. Awesome. She did a great job there. Make sure that she's going to be landing and taxiing on in. Then Emma and I are going to get real busy putting smoke oil in it, putting fuel in it. We're then back up again with the NHS and the extra, with her and the extra me and the NHS. Do a formation display for the closed show. So make sure that when she taxis in and shuts down, give her a big go around the floor. Because she's as they had been doing this for 7 years, and I reckon it's pretty impressive what she's doing.
She's rung it out today, that's for sure. And Matt, you've done really well on commentary, because if they'll let me do it, you can do it.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
Anyone can do it.
Yeah, you're my idol. You're the master.
Well, that view would be impeccable.
Awesome, right? Thanks for having me there. I'm going to jump down there and get taking the plane through to our next flight. Okay. Oh, one more photo. How many photos can we get? Like,
I think she's landing now.
Okay, just one more.
I know, right? This is just crazy.
She is now landing now, Emma, in the Red Bull plane.
Wow. I'll see you guys later.
Thanks, man. Okay, folks, that was Matt Hall coming to join us for the Sponsor Fest. That is our...
Matt Hall was talking on the speakers as well.
Speaking of sponsors, while we're waiting for a bit of a
Beautiful.
we're going to acknowledge our
Well done.
So, we'll go back to our major sponsors, the City of Montevideo, Wayne Phillips Ford and Isuzu. We also want to thank Adelaide Biplanes as well. You haven't been to their cafe today, you're missing out. Go and try a cake or a coffee over at Adelaide Biplanes. Command Flight Training and also Talk Skills Estates. So there's some of our sponsors today. Thank you for helping with this event and all making it all happen. I hope you're having a good day here today.
The other thing that helps make it all happen is, of course, the
Matt
Army
Hall comes back,
volunteers.
so
Yes,
thank you, Matt Hall.
absolutely. We have
And
over, I
when
believe we
Matt
have
Hall
over
comes back, I'll say, I'm live streaming.
Yeah.
It's all greatly
I think we still
without them, like, we just couldn't have
don't know
done
who that is.
No, exactly. Any air show requires volunteers to make happen. So, yeah, we're just doing an OHS thing here, but I'll just point it out that there are parts of the ladder that could be kind of painful in the wrong angle.
Alright, so what do we have next here? That looks
That's over there walking. The Opal suit is Matt Hall himself.
Well, we now have another CI marquee, but this is the F-Foxtrot 260, also known as the Ferrari of the Sky. And red, but also because it's
I want to go over there.
very high loading. We've got small area for Cessna 150 or 152 and a heavier aircraft. It's also Italian. Yeah, it is Italian. It was actually designed by Celio Clark.
Hello again.
Italian aircraft.
That's him right there, Matt Hall. Beautiful.
Size engine. And it's almost like there's many test pilots. So let's watch this. One of the fastest aircraft you're going to see here. I think it was the P805 is this aircraft, and maybe one or two others that are allowed above.
yes, 211.
Yep.
And I believe the Boomerang.
Boomerang train.
That was on the list of aircraft approved to operate above 250 knots.
There you go. There you go. They're doing over 500 kilometers an hour.
Now, one thing I found interesting about this aircraft, it wasn't just a military trainer. It was actually used to train airline pilots. So you had airlines like Alitalia, Sabina, which is in Europe, Royal Air Maroc, British Midland Airways, also used the
You get an iPhone from it?
their future airline pilots.
I got it on record, me.
Oh, I want to stream it better.
Yeah,
So, we,
exactly. How many people on this?
7 now.
well, this is the first public time registered in Australia. It was registered in 2013 and it's been with the current owner since 2016. Since 1970, and subsequently beefed up for airshow sponsors, designed for inverted flight. It was originally owned by a Yugoslavian seafarer pilot who used this aircraft as his personal getabout on the west coast of Africa. The aircraft was moved to Europe in the 1980s and then to the US, where it flew around the US airshow circuit. And I already mentioned it was first registered in Australia in 2013.
Yeah, we know that Ashley loved it, and he was mentioning at the pilot briefing where you're allowed to go above 250. He said, I don't know if I can slow down that slow.
Yeah, and then he's like, you need to go to 250 knots. And that's all, hell yeah.
Yeah, well, it's sort of like the old joke about the SR-71. How is it at 80,000 feet? Well, come back down to that. So I'm at 80,000 feet. In this case, designed to be a civilian and military trainer and an aerobatics aircraft, but a number of militaries are using this as a light attack aircraft. And in fact, if any of you folks have seen the baseball movie, you will have seen the turbine version of the powered one. And one of the bad guys is around the place on. He actually winds up putting a lot of bullet holes in the DC-3. Bond was trying to fly to get away with it. If you're watching that movie and you're seeing the attack aircraft banking in off the hills and all that until this is one at the end, that's a turbine version of this aircraft.
No, there's Continental Dolphins on TV. In the hotel room in the States.
Well, this aircraft is
It's not common for essentially military aircraft to be used by the airline. It does happen here and there.
yeah, it does.
And it's obviously very common for military to use aircraft. Part of the flight. Now, I'm trying to think where it is. It's a red aeroplane. It's about 8 inches size. Oh, there it is.
Flying there. Flying it in. Looks like it's going.
Yeah, well, it's a bit hard. It looks like it's pulling up to a blue.
And then when that all comes up.
Oh, but who comes up, I'll probably record live stream. Alrighty guys, on the live stream, if you guys watching, the ending to your live stream there guys.
Have you had much to do with
Enjoyed
these
this
kind of aircraft?
time at the Aldinga Air Show 2024. Live coverage here. This is it, end of the live stream. Yes, Matt Hall did come past, gave me a high five. We met him in person too, and I even got a photo with him earlier on at the air show. That's going to do it for me. Featuring Matt Hall Racing. He is famous. Holding the world record championship since 2019. Yes, alright. We're gonna now end. So see you everyone on the stream. We'll be going to the next Aldinga Air Show when it comes up again and doing the same thing. Alrighty guys, see ya. That is it for me for today. Until next time this air show is on, I will be live again for the air show. Have a good one guys.